Bum, 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 bum. Is this going to work? Excellent connection. I don't see anything on the screen. Is this going to be working? Oh my god. We're here! Wow, this is unbelievable. Welcome to Football Manager 2021 here with FM303 on the internet, on YouTube in particular. And tonight we're going to start a game with Ipswich Town, which is all we want to do. I'm just going to quickly check that I haven't got anything wrong here on my stream settings, because I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, I've done something there which I'm not really sure about. But there we go. I'm going to cancel that, I think. Let's have a look at video. That'll be fine. Anything on advanced. I don't want to have any delays or anything like that. Cancel. That'll be absolutely fine. Wow, we're actually live. This is pretty crazy. So anyway, let's move on to setting up our team here, which is going to be Ipswich Town. As you can see from the thumbnail, we have had a good decision here because we decided to pick a team which headbutts the referee. That was entirely my logic for choosing this team. They have been down in the lower leagues now for a long time, and we're going to try and build up Ipswich Town here for you today and try and make sure that we can get them back to the Premier League. That won't happen in one episode, obviously. It's going to start in League One. We're going to start building from here and see how we get on. But anyway, we're going to hit next now. Look at the club vision. Sign players under 22. Pretty standard nowadays. To develop players using the club's youth system. Players staying football. Ipswich Town got a pretty good youth system, really. To work within the wage budget. This year they want us to make the playoffs and reach the third round of the FA Cup and the second round of the Carabao Cup. That seems quite realistic. I really think with the squad we got on paper, we should really be trying to look more than that and to try and, see if we can get automatic promotion. With that being said, we're going to save the game now, and we're going to literally get ourselves ready here. I'm just going to quickly check that everything is streaming all right. It's going to be 1 second here because it's not as ABC as, is it working? So yeah, give me a second here. Please join me with a drink, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to play live tonight. I mean, it might be a couple of hours we're actually going to do this, so hopefully you guys will enjoy and settle in for this. Have a good time. As we're getting towards this here, hang on. This is the problem with admin when you're by yourself, right? You're doing all the admin by yourself when actually, you want to try and just be getting focused on the game. But here we go. Just checking it's working. It's a horrible thing where it's kind of like, is it working? Is it not working? We don't know really, but we're going to find out shortly. This is my first time trying this, so give me some credit here, guys, alright? Give me some first time credit. Yeah, it looks like it's working. We'll go with that. Hopefully you guys can hear me as well. That's really important, obviously. If you can't hear me, then that is going to be a big problem. But we'll keep going. Anyway, welcome to FM303. Welcome to the channel. And welcome to Ipswich Town. I've taken the hot seat here. We're going to have a quick look on the players in the last year of contract to start. I mean, really, we are a team that should be winning this league. There's no doubt about it. We're the 4 favourites to do it. I think we can make some good business happen and, see if we can build from there. There's a few players that are out of contract end of the season. When you're in the lower leagues, you generally find a lot of players on shorter deals, and you can understand that because finances are quite tight. So anyway, going to head now to the club vision, which we are going to accept because we just saw that a minute ago. The pre-season preparation, a lot of stuff here, a lot of admin stuff early doors here. Transfer window is now in process, and I think we're going to have to choose our tactics. Right, this is going to be interesting because I think before we choose our tactics, we need to see what budget we got. We've got nothing. Welcome to League One, ladies and gentlemen. We've got absolutely nothing to spend. That is not to be... that's not that surprising, I guess, anyway. Head to the squad now and see what we've got here. So we've got... The best way of doing this is head to the team report and go to squad depth, right? Okay, so now you can see on screen, if you get a squad depth from Team Report, you get a much better idea of how many players you got for which position. Looking like we're going to play a 4-4-2 here. I'm not sure what's going to be best here. Let's look at the assistant report, see if anything comes out. Look at the strengths. Now, the team are impressive markers who work hard to deny their opponent time and space. So I think we're going to play quite a tight defensive formation there. Goalkeepers are generally good in aerial situations. Goalkeepers can kick quite long, so maybe we're going to go slightly more long ball. Player partnerships, we've got quite a few. There's a good youth players as well. Good standard heading, good standard tackling, high level positioning. The work rate's really high. Okay, so the work rate's really high. So I think we're going to have to go for something which is quite. Do I go for a gegenpress in League One? Is that what we're going to do here right now? Is that how we're going to start things? I think perhaps this might be quite a good idea. So we're going to go for this anyway. So we're going to go for a gegenpress in League One. Do I want to go 4-3-3? How many strikers have I got before I do this? Let's have a quick look. I got a couple. It's going to be difficult, that one, isn't it? Right, we'll go for the gegenpress. We're going to go. I'm going to literally have to make a formation and then pick a team around it, I think. I think we're going to go for something like this. I think one up top, we're going to go for attacking playmaker, inside forward, wing backs on attacking, ball playing defender. I think that works quite well, and I don't think I can make too many changes beyond this right now. I think we're going to play a high tempo because we've got the ability to do so. We're going to counter. I'm going to give the goalkeeper a bit more luxury here than to play this, the one sort of pass. High defensive line. Yeah, I think we can do that. Mentality, I think we should go probably quite positive. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me anyway to try and do something like that. And like we see, we've got absolutely nothing available to make any sort of transfer work with, which is a bit of a shame because obviously you want to do a bit better than that. But let's see what we've got. Have a look through. Thomas Holy's a very tall Czech goalkeeper. I think he'll probably be our number one. He's first choice marked. We've got David Cornell. So the next part of this is going to be trying to work out who we're going to keep and who we're going to sell, right? Important player, Luke Chambers. I think we'll keep him for the moment. This guy transfer listed. How good is he? He's pretty good, I guess. But who wants him? Sunderland, Rochdale, Wigan. Okay, I think we'll probably offer this guy out here, see if we can try and get a little bit of money in. We'll probably have to look at the loan market, right? Looking at the way things are, see if we can actually bring in players on loan. On loan from Arsenal, Mark McGuinness. We'll keep him in for the moment. James Wilson, 31 years old, centre back. Yeah, we'll keep him as well. Luke Wolfenden. He is probably our main guy, right? Our regular starter, our star performer, 21 from the academy, important player who can still improve. So I think he's going to be very good. He's on a long-term deal as well, which is really good news for Ipswich Town. So we'll keep him going here. Stephen Ward at left back, 34. A lot of our players are at the top end of the age bracket, right? They're looking like they're going to be players we're going to have to really sort of maybe use one season. And then after that, we're probably going to have to replace them. So Kane Vincent-Young is out for 4 to 5 months, but is still pretty decent. So that gives us another option. We've got Duranshin as well. I apologise in advance if I can't pronounce the names correctly. That's something that generally hits me quite a lot. He's on 3,000 a week, a fringe player. He's more of a right back, but we're probably going to keep hold of him. Miles Kenlock, I think he might be wanted on loan perhaps. Rochdale on our transfer. I think we can keep him here. I think he'd be good enough. And let's see what else we've got here going down. 6 weeks, 3 months for this chap who's 20. I think in that circumstance we can move into under 21s and just, get him out of the way under 23s. Cole Scouse has been around for a little while. Twisted knee, 5-6 months, 34 years old. Out of contract at the end of the season. I do wonder if that might be the end for him then. He's been at Ipswich for a long time. I do realise that. We've got Emir Hughes as well as a holding mid-26. In his last year of his deal, but a very important player for us. I think we'll keep hold of him. Andrew Dazelle is probably the guy that everyone wants to know about. Regular starter, a lot of potential ability as well. He can have a look in here. So on the core of it, looking at this here, we look like we've got a pretty decent core squad. I don't think it's anyone I particularly want to just chuck out the door straight away. I think a lot of them will get a look in. Idris El Missouri is on at Cambridge. Can we recall him? Not in the first 28 days. Okay, for the moment then we'll put him into the under 23s. and forget he exists, because that way we're not going to see him. Alan Judge, the guy who nutted the referee this week, fantastic. 31 years old, pretty decent. I think we can keep him in there. Freddie Sears as well, a name that's well known for Ipswich Town, so he is very good. We'll keep him in there. Kim Bennett from Borussia Mönchengladbach, that's an interesting one, isn't it? I didn't expect that, actually, a player on loan from Germany. So, okay, we'll keep him in there for the moment. Let's see how he gets on. Caden Jackson's out for the moment for 6 to 9 weeks, but I'm pretty sure he will feature. Yeah, he's got great acceleration and everything like that, so we'll keep him in. Jack Lancaster, he looks really well-rounded for a 20-year-old, so he's another good one. I'd say up top, we're not looking too bad, really. I wonder if we can sell one of these guys, like James Norwood, perhaps, because we need to try and bring in some options. Ollie Hawkins as well came from Ipswich, Portsmouth, on the free. I'm going to try and sell James Norwood here. See if we can get a little bit of money for him. We need to try and raise some funds here in order to be able to move on, in order to be able to bring some players in. So there we go, that's that done here. Nishala's got some offers made against him, which will be MK Dons and Sunderland. We're both going to accept both of those, and we're going to give ultimatums to Oxford and Rochdale to say that's the offer. Kilmarnock can offer 145. Yeah, do you know what? We'll accept that. Going to make it nice and simple, keep it nice and simple, and see what we can do there. Get some money off the wage budget and try in order to get some transfer budget to build this Ipswich Town team. We want to try and get promotion this season. That was the aim. So that's a good way to start. So hopefully we can do something here. With that, I haven't actually looked at under 21s yet, under 23s and under 18s. There's hopefully going to be players who we might be able to promote. Have a quick look through now. Excuse me. Adam Prishak, he looks pretty average. Right, let's have a look at this guy's pretty good apparently. His potential ability is really good. I do wonder it's a bit too soon for him to come up to League One though. Liviando, yeah, same again. It looks like he's pretty decent, but is he going to do it at League One level? We might have to. Oh, Tommy Smith there. That's not the Tommy Smith. I feel like it might be the Tommy Smith that Ipswich used to have back in the day, but apparently it's not. I'm going to keep going down. Is there anyone who's worth bringing up? Liam Gibb. Not great right now. The potential ability ratings are quite high here. Okay, I think maybe this guy, Amanda Dobra. We should try and bring some players up from the under 23s in order to be able to, add to this. So we're going to bring him up to the first team here. This guy's 22 years old. His determination is pretty good. I'll go with the determination on that alone. We'll get him up there. We've got to try and add a few more numbers somehow. Zach Brown as well. He's okay. He's not brilliant. We're trying to look for maybe people. 11 to 12 months. That's a nasty injury for this chap. He would be in the first team. Otherwise, that's a bit of a shame. Right, Tommy Hughes we got as well. Tyree Simpson. This name rings a bell. The good determination. £21,000 he's worth. Looks pretty decent, but I think we'll leave him there for the moment. Right, okay, so that leaves us that. Let's go to the team report quick and do our squad depth. This is the best way we're going to work out exactly who is who, right? Okay, so we're selling our best striker, which is always a good start, right? The formation isn't that. It's currently this one. So Norwood can go. Let's see who else we got here. Wow, Stephen Ward's been recommended for striker. I don't think that's going to work. Freddie Sears I'm going to take out. Lancaster, Hawkins. So these guys are going to be our top three up top here. This is part of the battle now where you want to try and build your team. You want to get into your team report and do this because it gives you all the numbers in the right places, let you know who is doing who, and let you know who is, going to be able to play in what position, which is very important. Jackson's not going to play there. Is Alan Judge going to play on the left? Yes, he is. So that is fantastic. We can take him out from there as well. Freddie Sears, is he left or right? He's left as well, so we'll leave him there. Edwards is a right-sided guy, which is really helpful. And we'll get rid of this guy. What about Bennett? Bennett's left. Dobra, left as well. We might have to improvise here. I do wonder. So we'll get rid of these guys. Edwards is on the right, as we know. Jackson can go. Bennett's can stay there. That guy can come out. What's Drillin's position here? Oh, he's a right side. That's good. So actually, I worked out really well bringing him up here. So we'll get rid of Ward. And then we got these guys. Okay, up in the attacking mid position, we might have a problem because I do believe a lot of these guys are going to be more centralised midfielders. So we can get rid of these guys. We might not have anyone for this. Have I got Edwards there? Yeah, I do. John Nolan. I think we haven't got any attacking mids. That's what we're going to have to look at first when we get to the transfer window in a minute and try and bring in some other players. Okay, so we've got Downs, we've got Hughes, we've got Bishop, we've got Scoose. Judge isn't going to play there. Nolan is, so we're going to leave Nolan there. Dozell's going to play there. Dobra's up there. So in the centre and mid, we're looking pretty decent. We're looking pretty solid. It's really attacking mid position, unless we can get Alan Judge perhaps coming across over here. Then we probably need to look at something. We head now to the defensive positions. I wonder if Luke Chambers might be better as a centre-back right now, looking at his statistics there. So Luke Chambers can come out from that. I think Wolverton can as well. So I think Donincian's going to be the best shout, alongside Vincent. Is he a left back? No, he's right. Fantastic. So that'll do really well. Chambers can stay there. Wolfenden can stay there as well. Wilson, Scoose. This guy's being sold. Actually, I'm quickly running through this, trying not to make the stream too long so we can get into some actual business here. Is Kenlock left back? Yeah, I think he's better as a left back as well. So I think we can remove him out here. McGuinness is going to be a centre half, so that is fine. Ollie Hawkins, is that the striker? My God, he can play as a centre back. How unusual is that? You don't get many of those players nowadays. It reminds me of Matty Elliott back at Leicester back in the day. You can play as a centre half and as a striker, which is quite rare, really. So yeah, with that being said and that being done, as quick as that, we've now got ourselves basically our base team. And it's very apparent this is where we need to go and make some work happen here, attacking mid position. If we can get someone in perhaps on loan from like a Liverpool, an Arsenal, someone like that, then we're looking like really we can maybe go do something. So anyway, we're going to move forward now. I'm going to change it so I'm not playing this friendly. The code of conduct I'm going to confirm as it is because I'm not too concerned. Normally the way it's set up is the way it should be. So head to the staff now, responsibilities for match. We're going to delegate the friendly matches to Stuart Taylor. I've not looked at my team yet, my backroom staff. I'm happy to keep it as it is and see what happens. Let's see now what else we're going to have happen here. We might have to do a lot of work with our young players in this save in order to try and make something happen. Got some loans off there for Smith. I think Bangmai's got a similar name to me. We can let him go to both of them. I think that'll be absolutely fine. Oh, Nassar's been turned down by those other two. Oh God, I thought that was the main ones there. It wasn't at all. Going to introduce ourselves to the squad now and see how we get on here. As you can see, there's a lot of players, please. I want to introduce myself to you guys and say hello. I'm going to not make any promises. I think that's the best way of doing it because I don't think we're going to be able to do too much. It's going to be very much about trying to emphasise what we got and train that better. I think we're going to win automatic promotion this season. Some are disappointed, but that's fine. I don't think I'm being unrealistic. Some of them are going to be offended and insulted. Negative meeting, but I'm going to tell them as it is. I think the way we're doing it here is going to be good. I'm going to wave my hand at them. I respect that each of you have got your opinion. I think that's too ambition. Going to count ourselves in the FA Cup. Exactly sort of reaction I'm after. Now looking satisfied. Code of conduct's been finalised. Great response, thank you. Hopefully that'll do the job. I mean, I upset one or two of them there by saying we need to get automatic promotion because we are like only playoff favourites. But I still think, with that being said, we should really aim high here. Really aim like we can actually do something. I'm going to meet the media now, and I've got to do this, even though it's a pretty slow, drawn-out thing. So we're going to attend the press conference and start here. I'm happy to be here at Ipswich Town. There's a lot of potential. This is still quite laborious, isn't it, for Football Manager? I mean, they've tried to make it better, but it's not that much fun. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. I'm going to convince them there on that one. We're going to balance things out. I think I give ample opportunities to everyone. I think that's a fair way of looking at it. We're going to look at the youth players. I've still got to look at the under-18s, see if there's anyone in there as well. Because Ipswich have got a good academy. Obviously, the Wolfenden's come up and looks really good as well. So I think, that is going to make it very, very helpful for us. Tease the summary here. It went pretty well, all in all. And now, really, I'm just waiting for some players to move on so I can start making some moves. I think it's very unlikely I'll be able to get any players in for free, aka loans with no, money involved. So I need to offload these two guys before we do absolutely anything in the transfer market, which is a bit of a frustration, but it is one of those. So what else can you do, really? Going to continue here and keep going. Get ready for this. Cheers. As you can see there, the match preparation, they're not really familiar with this formation at all. We might add another formation. I think really with the quality we've got, we're 4 favourites. I think you take the 4th favourite team in League One and play them in quite an assertive manner. I think you could probably find that, you know, they're going to do pretty well from that. So, apparently we've got an under-18 fitness coach signing. Might as well sign it. Not going to argue against that. We obviously need him for a reason, you know, so we'll bring him in here and see how that gets on. Hopefully now, like I say, I'm going to keep skipping forward and try and move someone else on, and then we will literally be ready to go into the transfer market. I think free transfers, like I say, loans are where we're going to go. I think that'll be the best way we can do things. I'm going to quick at the schedule as well before we get too into this. Got a lot of friendlies, you see. Okay, we start at home to Wigan in League One, which is quite interesting. And we've got a transfer window to do for our strategy. I'm aware we need to strengthen. I'm not going to do this. I think literally it's like inviting me to a meeting where it's like, so what players do you want to sign? We haven't got any money. So in which case, then what's the point for the meeting? You'll literally say, I've got to work with what I've got, right? I don't know, I probably should have a quick look here at the under-18s just to be safe. Let's have a quick look, see if there's anyone that stands out. Well, though, Albie Armin, 16. Bit too young, perhaps. Well, I'll tell you what, we got some options here, you know. It's one of those where if like you gamble a bit and bring in 1 or 2 of these players from the under-18s into the first team, you don't necessarily know. They might do better than what you anticipate. But the position we need is going to be the attacking mid central position. Like I say, I think Alan Judge can come across and play that for us. But I also think like we need to get in there and try and find a couple of players to really play that a little bit better. Have a look at our first scan. We've got 39 of these. Wow, look at this. I don't really see the point going through it right now because we've not got any money. Once we've got some money, perhaps then things might be worth doing. But you know, we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. Going to keep continuing here. We won that pre-season friendly 2-0, which is very good news for us. But anyway, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. I've done a lot of footage in the past, a lot of FM19, a lot of FM20. We're now getting into FM21. It's taken a long time. I've been away for a little bit trying to focus on other areas of my life, but I'm back on the channel now. And I want to get the channel really motoring now going forward into the future. So that's why we're going straight live here out of the blue, completely, like I say, for the first time in probably 8 months. Right, Nassar has gone to MK Dons. That is the first bit of business that's gone through. It's only 63,000, but that will bring in a little bit more money for us as I go here now. Yeah, so we would have got 4,000 in the transfer budget now, in the wage budget. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is look at loans. I think we need to look at this and see if we can bring in someone who's going to really, really improve the team at that point. Wow, okay, so we need to go by value, I think. Okay, so who's the best player we can get? Wigan have got someone worth 2.5 million, Jesus. Dembele Celtic. I mean, we know he's really good. His stats don't really show it here, but we know he's a really good player. But we do need that attacking mid position. Will Ferry. He's on the left. He might be able to do it, but I think that's probably a bit of a punt. Jankovic from Southampton as well looks pretty decent. Jacob Ramsey of Aston Villa. Good determination. Pretty decent. Yeah, do you know what? I think this might be the guy we're going to have to go for here straight off the bat. Right, so let's loan him in. 100%, I think we can afford that. Regular starter. Can play. I don't want him to be recalled. So we're going to do that. They say they want him to be recalled. Okay, right. Sometimes you can't win in these situations. You just got to go what you can get, right? But anyway, we got the offer in there. Let's see if there's anyone else who might be available. I don't think there's anyone else going to jump out of the page at me here, unless we start going down the route of going right through all these teams for any players that don't actually show up on this list as well. A couple of Liverpool guys here like the Rucci. Not particularly good enough, right? Let's be frank. Right, anyone on the contract expired, let's do it by age. Start with the oldest, work our way down. Because you don't want anyone too old, right? I mean, they're saying sign players under 22 and above. But saying that as well, like, you're going to have to balance it and we're going to have to try. I mean, like someone like Alman Abdi might be interesting. Keith Keane used to play for Ipswich back in the day, I'm pretty sure. Ben Alnick, goalkeeper-wise, are pretty good here. We're keeping an eye out here for that attacking mid position. I think everywhere else we're going to have to probably make do a little bit with the budget we got. But is there anyone that jumps out that can actually play that? Maybe Simon Dawkins? Probably not. Let's keep going in a minute. We might find someone. Who's this guy? No, he's not that good, is he? For 32. keep going down. We've got quite a good scouting report. Anthony Stokes. Isn't it? Oh, okay. Yeah, he's the guy who's played for Blackburn and Celtic. I wonder if we offer him a trial. He just jumps out at me as someone we can offer a trial for a couple of weeks and see how he gets on. That's another good thing. You offer trials to players a little bit. You can find yourself in a position where, that you've got, you've got complete options, So, we'll keep doing that. Apparently we're not having smooth. Has a lot of buffering. Okay, how do I change it? Analytics, stream settings. Yeah. Okay, I don't understand if this is going badly or not. I'm going to keep it going anyway and see how we get on. It might be a disaster. Oh, hello. This is someone I quite like as a player. I do wonder if it's a bit of a punt, but I'm going to try and offer him a trial as well. See how we get on here. 3-week trial. I think he used to play for Wolves back in the day, oddly, which was quite a big thing, really, for who he is. So we'll try and get him in, see how that gets on. Yannick, but no. I mean, the problem is when you're looking at free transfers, as Mickey Adams used to say for Leicester, they're not necessarily good players. And that's a harsh way of looking at it, but it's probably a little bit more true than what we want to admit, right? It's one of those. Josh Gatt, I've heard of, and he looks he's pretty decent. Let's offer him a trial. I mean, if we have to sacrifice Judge into a lesser position for him, but one which he could perform in that well, then I think that's still pretty decent. We have obviously gone for Ramsey as well, which is alright, so we don't need holding midfielders, but it looks like that's the best things they've got here available right now. George Fawn's an interesting one because he's played for Derby, didn't he? I think he's quite injury prone, otherwise we'll give him a go. Offer a trial. There's nothing wrong with offering trials and seeing where these guys fit into our team, right? Who's this guy? Aman Suda. I saw him making really weird noises. Ooh, Sammy Karutas. Okay. This is a bit more encouraging. We'll give him a go for 3 weeks. Like I say, I'm going to literally get a load of players in here on Ultimate Polyon. Yeah, like I say, a load of players are going to come in literally on, trial basically to try and see if we can find anyone who's worth having a proper signing of. Do you know what? Okay. Offer a trial to Thomas Eggert as well. We don't really need these positions, but it's like if he's affordable and he can do a job, why not? It doesn't seem like a disastrous decision. No, Keown. No, he's awful. Just as bad as his dad. Did I say that? I really did. I'm so sorry. But it's so true. Reece Brown. No, not particularly good enough. This guy as well. No. Oh, he's got good determination and flair. That's about it, really. I think that might be it for the moment, I think we're going to have to crack on here. So yeah, we'll keep going and see if we can get any of these guys signed up on a trial basis. So Ramsey's offer's been accepted here. Norwood has snubbed Kilmarnock. That's not good for us. We really needed that transfer money. But anyway, we're going to take these guys now onto trial, like Carufas, like Gatt, like Majanji Bayer, and Stokes, who used to play for Celtic. So take these guys on trial and we'll get to have a proper look at them in a couple of weeks' time. They ain't going anywhere for the moment. Smith's gone on loan to Barnet. And can we move Norwood on again? Let's have a look. Yeah, because now he's still transfer listed, but we haven't got any offers for him. So I'm going to try again here, transfer this and offer him out again. Hopefully this time we might be able to get a shot of him. We just need that little bit extra money just in order to, make it happen. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's one of those. Thank you for the one viewer that's watching. If it is poor quality, I do apologise. I'm going to have to check that in a minute. I'll see how that's going. Dundee United made an offer of 65,000. I can see that. Oh, a quick check how it's looking on the old computer. As the updates are being installed. Right, Smith's joined Barnet on loan. We knew about that. Dundee United. It's not a lot of money, is it? Okay, right. I'm at the point where I need to just try and get someone on here, really. Yeah, okay. You want to take him on loan, Kingsland? Why not? Kingsland just around the corner from us. Oh yeah, the board don't think it's worth it, but he's 29. I've no intention of playing him. Okay, cool. Marcus Evans has said, yeah, okay, if you don't want to play him, then we'll let him go. So that should be quite good. And I think hopefully he'll sign for Dundee. It's more his wages being off the packet here, like I say, just so we can, because, the core basis of the squads is decent. We just need to probably, like I say, just try and get rid of one or two. We don't want to leave ourselves short. When we did the team report there, we're looking at the position, we got one or two for each position. And I think that's so important, So yeah, I mean, hopefully with that being said, we can, go on now and do some business, but we will see. Right, we sold nearly 10,000 season tickets, which is pretty good. We've got a lot of scout reports building up, but we've got a long way to go. Saving the game now, so we'll see what's happening here. Right, going to continue on here, guys. Let's see if we can get some more business, and hopefully Ramsey. I think Ramsey joined, didn't he? I've had a quick look in a minute, actually. No, he hasn't joined yet, but that's the main bit of business we try to do, right? So hopefully we can get Ramsey signed up, and that will be utterly a good bit of business to start off with, anyway. So. Going to continue on here, guys. Let's see if we can get some more business. Right, I know it's working now, so my confidence is at least assured. Sorry if it seemed a little bit bitty in the first 20 minutes, but I want to make sure we're actually streaming, we're actually live, so. Right, Jacob Ramsey is joining. That's a good bit of business. Oh my God, Norwood snubbed Dundee as well. I just want to get rid of you, mate. Yeah, what are you doing? Right, okay. So for 190,000, roughing up for 100. This is crazy. I'm going to lose half his money just to try and move on a striker we're not going to play. This is pretty frustrating. Right, anyway, going to keep continuing now. We're going to look at those guys in a minute here who we've signed on the loan deal. Sorry, on the loan deal. On the, trial deal. See if any of them are going to be worth signing up. But like I said, I prefer to try and get rid of this guy first, So I'm going to ask Chambers to welcome Ramsey. You've got to try and get him into the team squad yet. I'm going to persuade Norwood to find a new club here. I like here. I don't want to leave. I'm going to say I really think it's the best chance for you to take over. Wow, he wants to stay. We're in a situation here where obviously his wages for us are probably more what he's going to get anywhere else. That's why he's not moved on. So that is a bit of a challenge. I do wonder if perhaps maybe do a swap deal. Charlton are interested in him, as are Hamilton and Ross County. Let's have a look at the Scottish teams there and try and pull a bit of a fancy one. If there's anyone we can kind of bring in who's an attacking mid and do a swap deal who looks pretty... I mean, this guy looks alright, doesn't he? Yeah, do you know what? Frig it. Let's try it. It's not going to work, but we're going to try it. Add player to exchange. This never works on Football Manager, right? But why not try it? Oh, they still want 100,000. Of course they do, because we're making the offer, right? So that's not going to work. He's not going to be worth that much. James McGrath, no good. Anyone in under 23s are reserves. Doesn't look like it. Now and again you find a player there who's going to be transfer listed, but that's not going to happen on this occasion. Right, you've got a guy called Justin Johnson. Oh yeah, he is utterly awful. So that's not going to work out very well. Callum Smith, no good. I think it sums up everything where we are right now. We're looking at Hamilton to try and bring in one of these guys. This guy's 18. He's got good determination and free kick taking. I mean, should I just literally sack off my losses and literally just get this guy in? It seems a little bit crazy, but I might as well be able to. No, I think we're going to call it there for the minute. So I think we'll leave that for the second here. Oh well. Right, okay. Ross County is the last one we can look at, see if we can do any bit of business here. Harry Patton's transfer listed. Ugh, no good. No good. Jermaine Hyton. No. Regan Charles Cook. I mean, this guy looks alright, but he's only just come in from back from Gillingham, so I doubt we'll be able to get him. This is what the problem is, right? You're trying to move these players on, but it's not as simple as that, really. We'll transfer list him again at 100,000 and just see if anything does happen. But it does seem very difficult. It's going to be difficult to try and move this guy on here. This is where all of our business is going to be done, and I think we're going to be stuck with him, which is a bit of a nightmare. Go back to the team report and see the squad depth. I mean, Sammy Carruthers looking better than Ramsey, really, isn't he? But like I say, we need to have a look now, really. We've still got 3,000 a week. Perhaps I can remove some of that transfer budget. 3,600. We need some of that available just to ensure we can pay off fees in case we need to sign players and obviously pay the agents off. So, Anthony Stokes. I mean, he's 32. Is he any better than what we got? I mean, I think this guy, Lankster, is going to probably be the guy long-term we're going to go with. And then I think the guy's going to be starting with Caden Jackson because of acceleration, because of his finishing. He's a bit like Jamie Vardy, right, in League One. So I think with that being said, we're going to probably go for him. Emergency backup for Mayangi Bar. He's got a cool name. That always makes a difference, right? Josh Gatt probably won't get a work permit. But he's a fringe player his fine years. I mean, where did he used to play? For Dundalk, okay, and for Mould, and that's not something you find in the fridge, it's actually a football team. I think Sammy Carruthers might be a safe bet. Yeah, he was at Sheffield United. Let's see what sort of money this guy wants, because we need to try and get some. He's a fringe player, which I'm happy with, because I think he's better than that. I'll give him a 3-year deal on 1.5 a week. Offer him a longer contract with less wage, and see that makes a bit of a difference, right? Bit of security for him and his family. And he takes it. Right. I think that's a pretty good bit of business there. I think, bearing in mind, he can play there, and apparently he's rated better than Ramsey as well. I think that is going to be a good bit of business for us. So I think that's happy days. 7 days till the transfer window is closed. Have Bristol Rovers or Charlton got anyone to transfer this might do a swap with here? Dan Pratt, I don't want. He's too old. Madison we won't be able to get. That'd be pretty cool, right? Oh god, he's too good for us. Way too good for us. I don't know if we're going to get him. So we'll come back out of there. Bristol Rovers, anyone on transfer list and we might be able to do some business with? No. Right, okay. I think we're going to have to sacrifice a lot of money here to get rid of Nor. I don't think Hawkins is good enough either. I mean, at least he can head the ball, I guess, right? I mean, that is something, but I still don't think the guy's good enough. Right, we're going to have to punt him off it. I regret this immediately because it's a massive loss to the football club. And I'm going to have to sit down with the board again and say, look, he's not worth any more than that. Looking at it, that doesn't even look like that's going to be enough money. No. It's difficult. You're trying to move players on, right? And then you can't actually move them on. So Norwood is going to cause us a problem here. He doesn't want to go either, which makes it even more difficult. I might try and loan him out. I mean, his wages are massive. They're 4,000 a week. That's big money to us. Let's see if anyone wants to take him on loan to the end of the season. Hopefully we get some interest. It doesn't look likely, does it? It doesn't look like anyone wants this guy. It's going to be sod's law because I end up keeping him and I'll probably play him in a couple of games and he'll probably utterly destroy our positions. We beat them on. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. They're a pretty good football team as well in their own right. So keep this going here. Let's see if we can literally skip this forward. Hopefully Carruthers is going to sign a deal for us. Obviously ex-Sheffield United. I think that'll be decent. He's going to be solid. He's not going to be anything world-breaking, but he's going to be a solid signing for us, which is probably what we need right now, just to keep things going in the right direction. Oh yeah, Norwood is not wanted by anyone. Yeah, we acted badly to our latest chat. Yeah, I wonder why. Is this 4,000 a week probably worth it? Probably. I'm going to keep trying to get rid of him. I know I'm losing a lot of money here, guys, but like, he's out of contract at the end of the season. Let's try and get something for him when I don't think I'm going to play him. I think I want to focus, like I say, on the youngsters like Lancaster, and stuff like this. So, with that being said, I think it's best to try and move him on and go from there. I think the way we're playing one up front, oh god, he's not wanted even more. Carruthers is going to sign though, so that's good. That is something. Wage demands there for, like I said, these wage demands are the problem. He's gone full Mesut Ozil on us, this bloke. He's actually like, I'm on £4,000 a week here, why'd I move? Completely get that, but you ain't going to be playing any frigging football, mate. I'm going to ask Chambers to welcome Carruthers here, which I think is a good bit of business. I've still got 38 scout things I can check there. Right, I don't think we're going to sign Anthony Stokes. I think we can terminate his trial now. We might as well move some of these guys on now. Go terminate the trial of this bloke as well. He's not good enough. I do kind of wonder about... Problem with George Thorne is that he's very injury prone. I know that from real life, right? So consequently, I don't think it's going to be worth it. What's Thomas Eggert like? He's a fringe player. I like his determination though. Do you know what? I'm going to gamble there. Fringe player, determination is good. Get another one in. Give him a 3-year deal on $750 a week. Like I say again, less than what they want, bearing in mind the scenario. It's security. He's going to sign for that. I think that's a good bit of business. And it does give us a bit more versatility and that one other option at centre-back, which I think we might need to give us 5 choices rather than 4. So I think that is going to be a good bit of business for us. I don't know where you played before, probably Torquay or someone, which would be quite hilarious. Let's have a quick look here in a minute. Oh, Oldham, that's not too bad, is it really? I mean, we could have gone for something a lot worse. Right, in saying that, I don't know about Norwood here. I'm going to keep trying to offer him out and see if I can move him on. I just don't see a place for him. I think with Caden Jackson be back and Langston Hawkins, I think we're pretty much covered. And Freddie Sears can even play up low as well. Josh Gatt's the one I've got to think about because I think his acceleration and his crossing and dribbling could be quite interesting here. Let's see how much he wants. He wants to be a squad player. I want a fringe player. And I don't want to give him a big pay rise. Let's see what he says. Not looking likely. I'm going to give in to this. Impact sub. Yeah, he'll take that. Right. Okay, he needs 3,500 a week to get a work permit. I think we'll walk away at that point. I don't think that's going to be worth doing here. So we're going to terminate the trial, get rid of him as we're building our team here. Right. Let's keep going now anyway. See if we can get towards the first game of the season and the end of the transfer window. Stevenage away next in a friendly. Yeah, he's gone. It's a shame actually because if he wasn't worth so much, James Norwood's not going anywhere. Does make you wonder if you want to try and do a swap deal. I think perhaps I have to keep him now, you know. I think to actually offer him out anymore is going to be pretty silly. I think we've tried all we can here, so we're going to remove his transfer status, and I think he's going to be an option to stick around now. Which, you know, it'll prove me wrong. That's what these players do, right? So I think we'll leave that as that. And then we've got Elgert hopefully coming in as well. So yeah, it's not a disaster. We're going to need to probably bring in one more. But it's still be very difficult with the money we got. This is the problem when you're down in the lower leagues, right? You're trying to find players, but it's about trying to find the money for them as well. See, I like Hines as well. How much does this guy want? He's on a trial day about to be. Okay, right. Well, I think we'll offer him to add him to the shortlist here. See if that makes any difference whatsoever. Oh, this guy looks pretty decent. But we've already got central defenders, so we ain't going to worry too much at this point. So, Stevenage away today. Big game in the pre-season. Bearing in mind they're in League 2 and they're probably one of the favourites to go down. We do not want to lose this one. I bet I did. Oh, Kaiserslautern in a friendly as well. So you get a lot of friendlies here for Ipswich. A hell of a lot of friendlies in the circumstances. Stevenage Ipswich, like I say, is the game of the day. First game of the season cup is Wigan. Oh, we won 5-0. Fantastic. That's more like it. That's the game I talked about. I mean, the one thing we saw in the team report is how we've got a great amount of fitness. We've got a great amount of work rate. So we really have to build, you know, the team based around that and try and make that happen, right? And it looks like Eggert's going to sign for us, which could be a fantastic bit of business for us. I just chucked tobacco all over my table trying to roll a cigarette. Smoking's bad, I'm not endorsing it. But yeah, we get him on a free transfer. Fantastic. Former Oldham player, sent on intensive language course. I mean, like, I guess when you're at Oldham, right, you don't really learn English. That must be the only thing that's happening there. Oh my God, I've got this back here, Ray. Give me a second here. Oh yeah. What happened here? I made a right mess of my table. They don't show you that on the normal episodes, do we, guys? That's why watching live is probably better. So anyway, I'm going to take the captain to try and welcome into the club right here. Fantastic. and that should hopefully do the job. So okay, we brought in two players plus a lone attacking mid, so that is some good business now. I think the thing we need to look at from here is, like I say, trying to bring in another attacking mid, because I think Carruthers is probably more of a holding one. Striking wise, we're probably pretty decent. We're going to have to make it go with Caden Jackson or someone like that. So with that being said, we're going to have to push on with that. Decline the press conference about Eggert signing here as we continue to build our team. Go back to the team report here. I love coming back to this because it's a good indication of where we are. Right, okay, Ramsey can come out of there. We're going to have to re-add Norwood, who is actually going to be our best option, I bet. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Ramsey can come out of there. As you can see now, we're pretty well covered here. We're pretty well covered. Carruthers does come in there, which is what we needed, and Ramsey can come out. Yeah, so now we've got numbers, right? We've definitely got numbers now, which is what we need. I think now it's going to be a case of, can we get one more attacking mid? Let's say I wanted to sell Norwood, but I wonder if perhaps keeping him and playing him for the money he's on might be the better idea. Trying to utilise him in this team. He's a rounded striker. I just think for his wage he's on, is he really worth it, right? That's really the question you've got to ask yourself here. Get to training. Ollie Hawkins is the worst. McGinn is the best, the only from Arsenal, which is quite interesting. Sometimes as Loney's come in with something to prove, right? I mean, that guy's only like 18. He's, wanting to play first team football. And like I said, it's going to be completely dependent on who impresses me in training who's going to get into this team. We've got a decent enough squad. It's just still one of those where it's just kind of like, okay, can we do anything here? Because we want to try and win League One. That's the aim, right? Trying to win League One. If we can win League One, that is just going to be like, the dream boat for us. Going to keep continuing there. There's a lot of continuing. We haven't got a lot of transfer business to do, right? And like I say, we set up a formation. We're going to choose that as our pitch. I'm not going to change it too much. And then we've got Southend United away next and a friendly, and probably squad numbers coming up any time now. And I do have to go and pop and use the facilities, so I'm just holding on a minute. You can't really do that live on Twitch there. Sorry, YouTube. Do that live on YouTube, because if you do, then you will get banned, as I found out a few years ago. So I'm going to have to go do that. While it's loading, I'll go have a quick tinkle. See you in a minute. Oh, right. I definitely wash my hands. It's my computer. Who gives a shit? Right, anyway. Let's get forward now. Move on. Right. So I think on our pre-season, I'm going to quick look at our schedule. We're doing pretty well here, right? Yeah, we've won all our friendlies so far. That's quite encouraging with the tactics, as we see here, of the gegenpress, positive formation, with the inside forwards coming in and the wing backs pushing up. Something I'm really fond of in Football Manager 2021. I think it's one of the best systems you can play on this game, because it gives you those free attacking options coming in, right, with the wing backs overlapping, and you've got a strong midfield with the attacking midfielder. Sometimes I go with the defensive mid instead of the attacking mid. I just think with Ipswich, we've got the option to do both. I want to start being more aggressive with the attacking mid first. If that doesn't work out, we can obviously go back to plan B, which will be to have the defensive mid and then go for that option, because we've got the midfielder to do that. That's the good thing about not having much money with Ipswich. We do have a core squad that is pretty decent. Actually, we just beat Southend 6-1. Not to mention, of course, in real life, Southend are nothing to really scream about nowadays. But saying that, I still think that's quite encouraging. As we're 48 minutes into this live stream, wow, it feels like yesterday or today. That made no sense. This is something you got to realise with me. I'm a bit like Murray Walker. I'm the modern day Murray. Some things will not make sense. But as we've got Forest Green away next, hopefully some things will make some sense in the right. I don't know what the frick I'm talking about. Anyway, James Norwood's out for 2 weeks, which is good timing because just it makes sure I can't sell him now if we end the transfer window. So he'll keep us £4,000 a week. I'm expecting a lot from him now, bearing in mind he's going to be sticking around. So that'll be interesting. Oh, that reminds me. I will go have a look in Holland in a minute. In the Holland second division, there's always some players available on a free transfer. So I might have a look at that, see if we can bring in a bit of European flair. Right, I'm going to auto-select our squad here. That brings in everyone, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, they didn't want to bring him in. Carruthers can come in. That's so weird. I auto-selected it. It was just like, nah, I don't want this guy. Well, they're in, so... still got one more player I can probably bring in as well, looking at it. So, actually, I'll have a quick look at Holland. While we got a minute, we might as well do a bit more scouting. I think we're pretty decent, but let's have a quick look in... And this is one of those FM cheats, right? You know where to look. I know in the second division of Holland, they have got some players available on free transfers who are just like on non-contract deals. Probably not here. I mean, this guy's one of my favourites. I can't afford him. Oh, he's 100,000 a week. I'm going to add my short list. Sidney Van Hooijdonk. If you remember Nottingham Forest in the Premier League about 20 years ago, his dad was a fantastic player for Nottingham Forest. So he's someone to look at. Here we go. See the MAA. This guy is available on a free. He's no good. But, you know, there are players like this around. So this guy. He's not brilliant. But we might as well have a look. And in case you're wondering why I've got the all the attributes unmarked, it's because in real life, what do clubs do when they're looking for players? They go on Football Manager. So I don't really see much of a point in hiding them because we kind of know who's who in real life anyway, right? That's kind of the knowledge of football on the internet nowadays. So it just seems a bit counterproductive, you know, to do that. We're looking for attacking mid, really. He's got a good long shot, but I don't think he's going to be good enough. Same with this guy. Of course, the only problem is when you look for free transfers, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be good players. But it's worth checking them all out, see if anyone jumps out at you. Please hit a comment in the chat if there's anyone here who thinks, you know, oh God, I quite like this guy. I think he'd be quite good. Please excuse me being Sam Allardyce from 1995 right now with a cigarette while we do this. Yeah, I don't think this guy's going to be good. Bob Bankin. I mean, he's 23, but I don't think he's going to be good enough. Anyone else here hanging around? This guy looks alright, I guess. I mean, the problem is, when you're looking down at this level, there's a lot of guys that look alright. But is alright what you're after? Probably not. This guy's available. I mean, the thing I like about this guy is he's 19. Which isn't some sort of ageist thing. It's just the fact that he's got good determination as a 19-year-old. His first touch is pretty good. When you're down at this level, you're kind of looking for one or two things, right? Steve van der Hayden. I like his name. Does that mean I can sign him? Probably not. Well, saying that, I'll probably add him to my shortlist. Why not? You know, I kind of like a name now and again. You know, so we'll do that. Right. Anyone else here available? Anyone? A guy called Bashir. Is he related to the Channel 4 news reporter? Probably not. This guy's 29, but he's got no actual technicals. His mentals and physicals are good, but apart from that, yeah, I don't think it's worth doing. I'll add this guy to the shortlist just in case we get promoted. We get absolutely no money. Anyone else available here? We're starting to get through. And this Horvath guy might be worth a go. He's pretty solid. He's not amazing, but he's solid. And perhaps that's the best we're going to get right now. I'm to the shortlist a minute. See if there's anyone else. Is there anyone else? This guy looks decent. Good determination, good heading. But he's a striker. I don't know. Maybe that's a good shout. El Kadiri. Well, his determination's pretty sick. Add to shortlist. I think we're going to add a few of these guys to the shortlist and have a look afterwards, right? Because we've only got really the ability to move for one more player. So with that being said, we're going to have to make sure it's the right player. If we get the wrong one, it's going to be a complete waste. And it's not going to work out. He's got a cool name. Anyone with a cool name automatically sticks out, right? You ever notice that, Football Manager? If you're ever looking on a scouting mission, it's like, oh, his name's Oliver de Kock. That sounds pretty good, right? That's the guy I want to sign because that'll be great for selling shirts. It's true. It's true. God, Bruma's on loan at Olympiacos. God, imagine we can get that. Never happening. This could be ones where we come back later in the Premier League. We've got him, I don't know. But, right, Mastrak, anyone here? Not in the attacking mid position. It's not looking good, my scouting mission abroad here, is it really? It's looking like we're not going to find now. We've gone all the way through now. Right, so that being said, let's go to the short list here. And I can still go through these transfer targets we got and see if any of them are actually worthwhile going for. I quite like Caden Hines. I don't know. There's something about this guy. How much is he going to cost? Let's have a go. He's a squad player. Watches his club as a stepping stone. Oh, he's asking quite a lot here, isn't he? I'm going to walk away for a minute. I mean, we might already get him back in, but that seems quite a lot to ask. I quite like this Hungarian chap. He's nothing special, but you know what? Let's see what he's going to be worth it. Oh, he doesn't want to join us. Right, okay. That makes it worse. When you're trying to sign someone, it's like, Ipswich? Nah, I'm not interested. Cheers, mate. Well, thank you very much. At least we came to ask you. I like this guy's determination of heading. Let's see if we can bring him in on loan. Do you know what? No wage? Okay. Suggest? Okay. He's going to cost us nothing, so it seems daft not to take him, really. Let's see if he's out of contract at the end of the season either. Let's have a quick look. If he is, that'd be fantastic. Oh, he's still got no yet. Okay. But he won't cost us a fortune in that case, will he? But I like it. He's got good heading and he's got, beggars can't be choosers, I think is the saying, isn't it? If you can't, what else can you do? You've got to try and bring in players somehow. So, all right, to squad numbers now. Once again, I do apologise for going full Sam Allardyce from 1995 with my cigarette. Right, so let's get on. I quite like doing the squad numbers. It's one of my favourite parts of the game, really, actually, to try and choose who's going to have what, because it kind of gives an indication for me and who's going to be starting. Right, Luke Chambers got number 2. If you're an Ipswich Town fan and you're watching this and I'm giving the wrong numbers, I do apologise. This is what I would do if you sat Lambert. I would be like, nah, boys, I'm going to change this up completely right now. Stephen Walker, number 3, first choice left back. Because, you've got certain numbers, certain positions, right? So I think that's really important. Loney's got lower numbers as well. Wolfenden, I think, in number 4. I quite like that. Wilson, number 5. Eggert, number 6. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think the rest of these guys, Danuchenko, number 16. I'm just jumping out here. I'm really going for this. Kenlock, number 23. Vincent Young, number 21. Right, let's keep going down here. See what else we can do. Quite happy with Bennett's having 11, actually. I think that'll be fine. I think Kane Jackson number 14. Oh, that's different. Right, James Norwick, number 9. Ben, when he kicked off such a fuss and I tried to sell him, it didn't work out. In which case, actually, Jackson should have number 10, shouldn't he? Because I think they're both going to be the main choice strikers here. I think that's going to be pretty much all that's said on that. Freddie Sears, he probably should be number 11. We'll give him number 12. Judge, 14. I can just see people kicking off in the comments later on. I really can. I can feel it now. Teddy Bishop, number 7. I'm pretty sure he used to be around about that level. Gwan Edwards is pretty good as well. Cole Scouse probably should be number 8, but he's going to be out for a long time, so we'll get number 24. I think he used to have that number. Hughes, number 17. If I'm not mistaken, he used to have that for Ipswich back in the day, so that'll be quite good. Sammy Crivers, number 22, makes sense. Flynn Downs, number 20. Andre Dazelle, number 8. I think that's quite good. Yeah, we're getting together a team right here of numbers. Which sounds the most ridiculous thing I've said. Yeah, we're getting together a team of numbers here, guys. Welcome to FM. Welcome to FM303. This is what it's like. I enjoy squad numbers. Right, get number 30. He's on loan. Jacob Ramsey, I think number 33. That's a bit of a kinky number, isn't it? It's like number 6. Dobra was number 32. I'm pretty sure, so we'll give him that because he's a young player. Drinan as well is pretty decent. Hawkins is take number 19. He's a backup striker, right? Nolan can take number 15. Edwards number 18. Lancaster, I think, can take number 27 as a starting point. And Drinan number 28. I think that makes perfect sense. I mean, you're probably going to argue with me in the chat box, but we'll give that a go. That's our squad numbers for the season, and that gives us into quite an interesting position here. Can you let's have a look at you out of interest? Oh yeah, we completely cocked this up. Look at all the ones we changed. I don't know what it means to change that many, but sometimes it happens, right? So anyway, is what it is, right? There you guys, please put in the chat box what your FM save is going like right now. What is your team of choice? What are you doing when it comes to Football Manager as we speak right now? Honestly, I'd love to hear about it. Jacob Ramsey's out for 2 weeks. That could have been a lot worse. I still got 44 scouts reports to get through at some point. I just want to make the last signing first and see what money I've got left, because then we're going to have to look at, okay, can we pad the team out a little bit more? It's got to be responsible spending, because we still got to really financially here, looking at the club finances. We've got a decent balance, but we've got the budget to take into consideration. We've got 1,000 a week. Once we get this guy, and he's going to cost us absolutely nothing, which is really good. I'll have another look around, see if there's anyone else we can bring in, but Kaiserslautern's going to be an interesting game, because they're Division 3 in Germany, but they're like the hardest game we've got in pre-season. We've won all our pre-season games so far, which is pretty good. So that puts us in good stead, really. And then after that, I think we've got Wigan in the league, which would be a good starting point. Like I say, hopefully we can get to that before the end of the episode today. Football Manager. Yes, we got him. Right, he's on loan. Right, so Udal Chika is coming on loan from Voldau in the second Dutch division. I think for costing us absolutely nothing, why not? He's meant to be a striker. I'm going to annoy their ball, because I'm not going to play him as a striker at all. I'm going to play him as more of an attacking mid, despite his stats. I'm going to give him number 40. I think that suits him, right? I think that suits him quite well. Right, go back to the team report. Look at the squad depth. I'm going to cut him out from there because I want to play him here. We've actually got 4 strikers. That seems too many, really, to me. But hey, it is what it is, and we'll stick with it. And now you see we're quite deep. We've got a lot of midfield options, because we've only given one player one position, right? So I think with that being said, we still got one more registration position as well if we want to use it, because we've got a lot of around under 21s involved as well, which means you don't have to register them, means you get a few more players involved. It's going to be a long season. There's going to be a lot of competitions as well, with the Carabao Cup and also the FA Cup coming up. We need to get to the 3rd round in both, pretty much. So with that being said, we need to try and make sure we're building this. Right, Alan Judge is out for 2 weeks. That's not helpful. We'll leave him to the physio here. It's very much going to be a season dependent on our tactics, I think. Coming up, it's going to be the Carabao Cup first round against Portsmouth. So we're going to go full strength. Let's see how we get on, because they're going to be rivals in our division, which is going to make things quite difficult for us. So I think it's worth giving this a go. Yeah. James Wilson is playing better as a central defender. We're going to keep normal bonuses. I'm not going to go mad on this. Scouting meeting. I've got to get through that in a minute, because I've got like loads of them to look at. And I've still got 1,000 a week. So maybe 1,000 a week we might be able to do something. I mean, it's unlikely, but we can have a look. We'll get through the Portsmouth game, and they'll probably call it for tonight and come back tomorrow for day 2. Right. Keep going. 3 days, getting towards it. Oh, the Papa John's Trophy as well. I forgot about that. We've got Crawley Town in that as well coming up. We might be able to win that, because I think it's League 1 or League 2 clubs, right? So that might be quite helpful to us. So we take on Portsmouth. I'm going to pick the team now. The first team we're going to pick. So I think that is going to be something. I'm intrigued to see how this formation works. I normally would go with a 4-4-2 in League 1. I just think with what we've got, I think we can start with this, and like I say, if things go wrong, we can drop back this guy here. Or alternatively, we can then get a 4-4-2. So we've got a few different options, So anyway, let's pick the first team. I'm going to go for Holy in goal, because I need a bit of divine intervention from God for this save, perhaps. Right back's going to be interesting. I do wonder if we might want to go for Chambers. I mean, he's not the quickest. But he's our captain. I think maybe we should give him a go. And then we'll go for Wilson and Wolfenden. Ward at left back, I think makes sense. Bench, we're going to go for McGuinness and Kenlock today. We have still got some options, you can see, with Vincent Young coming back and Egger, and we've got decent competitive players there. He's better as a deep line playmaker, right? So we need to probably play him as the ball winner. Can he tackle? He can, but I do wonder if we actually should play with deep line playmaker instead. I think that might be a bit more sensible. Playing to his best position, right? And I think then in midfield, Downs is pretty good. Important player. Right, okay, so Downs can play as the box-to-box. And I think Dozell's pretty good as well, though, isn't he? Ooh, right, okay. We're probably a bit better off than what I thought. So we can play as the attacking mid for today. I think he'll be good at that. What's Teddy Bishop like as well? He's really decent as well. So in the midfield, we're pretty well covered, really, in the circumstances. Up top today, I might gamble, go for Lancaster. I think, he is the long-term investment of this football club, and he's got a lot of potential. So I think we better get him in here. Hawkins, anyone who's injured is not going to get much of a look in. New loan sign can go on the bench. These guys are the young wingers, and I'm not 100% sure if we should start them or not. I mean, they've got great stats, really, for what they are. Keenan Bennett's on loan from Dortmund or wherever it is, so he probably better give him a start as an inside forward. He's a left-sided player. Edwards is right, so we're going to go for Edwards today. And I think then on the bench as well, we'll go for Bishop and Freddie Sears. And I think that then, as you see, we've got a lot of depth, surprising amount of depth, really. Eggert's injured, but he's out. He's not in the team anyway, so that's fine. I think we're going to be the live game here. A bit more TV revenue, always helpful down in League One. Please excuse me, I'll get rid of this a minute. Right, now we're nearly ready for the first game of the season. I think we'll call the save after this. We'll see how we get on, see how this goes. I don't want to make the videos too long, but I think, it's interesting to try and get a couple of them up and try and get streaming again. And we have got some new series coming up as well. You've been watching now, whoever you are, thank you very much, and whoever else watches this. We've got some new series coming up in the near future, a bit of a twist to them as well. So that should make things quite interesting. I'm not going to tell you what the twist is right now, but there's going to be a twist beyond the normal Football Manager saves. We're going to be doing something a little bit different, which hopefully will get your attention as we go to the match now. Big game. I mean, this is actually quite a difficult start because Portsmouth really are one of the favourites for the league. So they've gone for an interesting team today. A lot of first teamers. Turnbull's in goal. Watmore's at centre back. He's our Wolfenden basically. Curtis Thompson, Jacobs, Geordie, who was up top, who's a fantastic player as well. The assistant reckons I should be saying that we should win some country. I'm going to say it's over to you. Have a good one, and then give him a bit of George Michael, a bit of the faith. Bit of the faith, guys. That's what you need. Head to kick off. Right. Let's see how this goes. This is big, big, big time. So hopefully we'll be able to do something here. And let's change the match speed up a little bit, not too much. There we go. Right, and we're underway. We're in the home kit and Pompey are in the away. Dozell down to Bennett, so our loan signing from Germany. What an interesting thing for League One to have a player for League One on loan from a German under-21 side. We've also obviously got a youngster on the bench as well. We've signed from Holland, who's not cost us absolutely anything either. Hughes the free kick into the box now. Turnbull picks it up really well at the far post. Probably going to let it go for a goal kick. But anyway, interesting start here as he tries to feed Curtis on the counter-attack. He's a good player. Hits it wide, luckily for us. And that is interesting stuff. It looks like it can be quite an open game here we got. Hopefully we can improve on that so far. Ipswich attacking here. Down that right-hand side, looking at the stats so far. Portsmouth have got quality, so a little bit careful as Curtis is found here and he's put in the bottom corner. Ronan Curtis opens the scoring for Pompey. That is not what we wanted to see after 11 minutes. We give him a little bit too much room there as we go to the replay now. See if any of this makes any sense for us. Oh, our centre-back let him go and just didn't get back quick enough there. I think that was Wolfenden. That's not good at all for him at all. He should be doing better. But anyway, we've had the first chances of the game and Pompey are leading. Can we strike back straight away? Dazelle down to Downs. Great ball across to Bennett. Can he find it? Bennett plays it in and it's an easy goal for Jack Lancaster. We wanted to start this guy because he's our young striker with a hell of a lot of potential. He's really well rounded. He could be our Harry Kane. We wanted to get him into the match, and that's some good bit of football there from Ipswich Town. Some nice possession play. Good feeding ball there down to Bennett. Bennett's with a good ball across, and Lancaster does all the rest. Turnbull's got no chance in the goal there for Pompey. 15 minutes gone. Ipswich 1. Pompey 1. And that is really what we're after here. So that's a good start. Come on, Ipswich, let's build on this. I think we're doing really well. I think we got a little bit slack for the first goal, but hopefully now we can build from here. Turnbull with a goal kick out. Jacobs will head it on. Wolfenden can pick it up here and see if he can feed someone. Bennett he finds. Wolfenden. It sounds weird saying Bennett's, not Bennett, but he is Bennett. He's got an S on the end. It was across to Bennett. Oh, good strike, and Turnbull with a good save there. Good strike, first time on the volley there from the young German under-21 player. Dazelle plays it across and Bennett's there again. He's at the near post. It's another corner kick. Pompey deal with that quite well under circumstances. They saw the danger and dealt with it. Dazelle to try again now. Plays it towards the back post this time. Watmore does well there. Lancaster coming in. Wolfenden can pick it up, but we lose the highlight here. 25 minutes gone. It's Ipswich 1, Pompey 1. I should probably get my headset on for the commentary, but anyway. Pringler throwing in there, so we've been quite susceptible so far when Pompey have come forward. Naylor plays it back to Nick Ison, who's got a knock here as well, which is helpful because he's played it straight to Edwards. What a mistake. Can we counter for the home side here? Plays it across Bennett into the bottom left. Kean Bennett's his first goal of the season. Fantastic goal. Great bit of play. Really maximising the mistake there from Portsmouth centre-half. And that's what you do. We just strode forward here, as you can see. Found the space. Good bit of intelligence to play it back. And Bennett finds it through the defender into the bottom left. That's what we want to see. It's Ipswich 2. Portsmouth 1 here on the half-hour mark. We were 1-0 down. We turned it around straight away. Fantastic stuff. Anyway, Curtis coming forward now for Portsmouth. Can he do what he did earlier on to try and punish us? Naylor now plays it for the Jacobs. Wolfenden, oh, terrible pass. Jacobs is in and it's 2-2. This is going to be one of those games. It's very open. Both teams looking like they really want to compete at the top of the league this year. It's only the Carabao Cup first round, but what a game we got on here at Portman Road. Naylor down to Jacobs, as you can see. Wolfenden makes a really bad sloppy pass, and as soon as he does that, defensive errors here contributing to both the goals we've seen so far, and that is the problem. We need to work on that, no doubt about it whatsoever. But anyway, we're going to push on here. Hopefully we can try and do something better. It's going to be very, very difficult. But anyway, Ipswich 2, Pompey 2 is the score as we speak right now, and it's going to get a half time. Is there going to be a chance for us here as Pompey have got throwing down near their goal? Watmore down to Johnson. Will they give the ball away? He plays it long. Wolfenden heads it really well to all the space for Hughes. Edwards now, he might get a strike away, and he does, but straight at Turnbull. Unfortunately for us, it wasn't really hard enough to cause a problem. And we're back again down in this far corner. Johnson trying to play it forward again. This time he finds Huala, but luckily for us, Dazelle could pick up the loose ball. Can he find the pass? Hughes is a really good defender. I think in midfield we're looking really good. Those two midfielders we've got are fantastic. Look at the passes they can spring around. Chambers plays it in, trying to come up here. Wilson can pick the ball up now for Ipswich. We try and launch something. We're getting towards the last minute here of the added time in the first half. Can we launch a goal? Can we launch a counter-attack? Bennett is in here. Oh, what a goal! That is from Keaton Bennett. You can see the quality of the German education he has received abroad. Fantastic stuff. 5 goals in the first half here. Come and join us on FM303. You will see goals. I'm guaranteeing it. The way the teams are lining up has been mistakes, and we've taken advantage of them. Bennett's in the near post. The goalkeeper's got no chance. It is Ipswich 3, Portsmouth 2 here. Fantastic stuff. As we're going to go to the dressing room now and see what we can do here. Right, I think we're going to have to thrash arms and say I'm far from pleased, because actually we conceded 2 goals. Bennett's going to be demotivated, that's fine. I want to try and get a hat-trick out of him today. We get onto the second half now. We got Crawley next in the League Cup, in the Papa John's Trophy. So I think we might make a few changes for that and give a few other players a bit of a run out. But anyway, Can we go and get a few more goals here to confirm our place in the Carabao Cup second round? We might get a bigger team then and a bit more money. All the money can help here. Edwards plays it across. Bennett's there for the hat-trick. Kean Bennett, what a player he's going to be for us this season. His third goal of the season, a hat-trick on his debut. Ipswich 4, Portsmouth 2. And that is how you do it, baby. This is how you do it. Oh yeah, look at that. Little nodded header there. No charge. Just peeled away from the man at the far post. Great header into the far right. That's what you do here. That is how you show your quality in League One football. Pring now for Portsmouth. If Portsmouth get a goal back here, though, it's still going to be game on. We really need to try and get a couple more here because it's a very free-flowing attacking game of football we got at Portman Road. Huala's in. He's going to score. What a save from Holy. Using all of his height there to get down and manage to block it there. I thought his positioning looked quite suspect, but he's done enough. And as you can see from the match stats, we are utterly dominant really, so we just need to try and go out there and get another goal. As we go past that hour mark, it might be time for a change in a minute. In fact, I think I'm going to look at that now. Got a couple of bookings as well. I think Wilson can come off here for McGuinness, who's done really well. Probably one of our better defenders. I think Lancaster can come off him. We're going to bring on this young loanee, who I want to play as a striker because he's got really good flair and he's got really good control and he's got really good heading. Hughes with a free kick. What a goal that is. I didn't even move out of my seat. Fantastic free kick there from Emwyr Hughes. Fantastic first goal of the season. Unbelievable strike. All the David Beckhams in the world there in that one, wasn't it? Fantastic. 70 minutes gone. Ipswich 5, Pompey 2. And it looks like playing the attacking midfielder rather than the holding midfielder is giving us many more goal scoring opportunities here, which is what we're looking for. Curtis now to launch a counter attack here for Pompey. Can they bring back a third goal here to make us slightly follow through in our underwear? Hopefully not, but it looks like they're going to try. Johnson plays it across. Marquis can try and pick it up. He's a very, very good journeyman at the league level. Good save from Holy from the point blank range there. Came through the crowd and Holy does really well. We've got a knock here for Hughes, who I think I want to try and save in the circumstances. Game off of Teddy Bishop. We have got options there, which is really helpful, so we're going to confirm that. I think that'll be all three of our changes done now. So we've got McGuinness on, Odell Shika on up top and Bishop on the midfield. 5 minutes to go. It looks like we're going to win our first game in charge of Ipswich Town with the great bit of tactics. Like I say, Portsmouth are one of our main rivals in the league as well. So very encouraging because we've both gone strong for this one to try and get off to a good start. It looks like we're going to win this. Ball played in now. Dazal's going to pick it up. I can't pronounce his name. Anyway, doesn't matter on this occasion because the full-time whistle goes. It's Ipswich 5, Pompey 2. Fantastic stuff. Edwards and Bennett's with 9.7. Fantastic performance. I'm going to say I'm very pleased with that performance, and I'm also going to try and speak to Kean Bennett if I can. Midfielders. How do I select him? I haven't done this before. It doesn't matter. I don't want to isolate him. I would have given him a little bit more credit, but fantastic stuff. So that's a good start to our season. We win by 5 goals to 2. Fantastic stuff. That gets us well underway here on our Ipswich Town save. And with that being said, I think we're going to call it a day there for the stream. And thank you guys very much for watching, those of you that did. And we'll see you again probably tomorrow, if not the day afterwards, and we'll carry on here. I'm probably going to play the Crawley game off stream to see how that goes. We're looking at the schedule here. We'll come back for the Wigan game and the Carabao Cup second round, which hopefully will be someone quite interesting. So anyway, like I say, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it, honestly. And I'll see you soon on FM303. Please like, subscribe and comment because we've got plenty more action coming up. Like I said, a new actual YouTube series is coming as well. So thank you very much for joining me right now. Please look after yourself, enjoy yourself, especially in the pandemic right now. We're getting towards the end of it, hopefully. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers now.